سما عملت هالفيلم مشانك.
What started out as a student documenting the sometimes horrific experiences of living in a besieged city in Syria has received recognition well beyond what Waad al-Kateab could have anticipated.
Sama.
In For Sama, which she dedicated to her daughter who was born during the siege, Waad films as her husband Hamza attempts to run a hospital which is bombed several times by government forces. During those years, she and Hamza get married and become parents. Her footage had a huge impact when used on Channel 4 News, but with 500 hours of material when they left Aleppo in 2016, the idea of the film came about. Waad is now safely settled in the UK with her husband and Sama, who's now 4, along with a younger daughter with whom she was pregnant when they left Syria. She and her fellow director Edward Watts now found themselves on the promotional circuit for something that was more than a film for her, it was her life. Congratulations.
Thank you. I lived through that. This experience for me not just like as a film, it's my life, it's my people, it's my friends, it's my family. So for me, like I did what I should do as a Syrian, and what I've done over that was just like to film that. So like thanks for everyone who mentioned this, but for me, I'm just like a normal Syrian.
The filmmakers have used the international platform for their documentary to campaign against the bombing of hospitals in war zones. It is also one of the subjects of The Cave, filmed in and around an underground hospital in Syria, and also up for a Best Documentary Oscar.
But when attacking hospitals will be like acceptable in Syria, it will be acceptable here after like a while, and people will not be like, thinks that this is red lines anymore. And unfortunately, this is what it's so clear that this is still happening now.
One of the things that we say is, what we put in was 10% of the horror that Waad's camera captured, and the 10% that we chose was definitely, it's so tough, some of the scenes and some of the things that, the suffering that people have gone through.
Will you show this to Sama one day?
Yes, of course, and this is like one of the main things which I feel like personally about the film, and this is the best way for her to understand what we went through.
After 9 years, the war in Syria is not over, and both intend to make that point if they win any awards in the coming weeks.
Of course.
Definitely,
yes.
yeah.
If I want to win, it's just because I want to get
Exactly.
out to say a couple of words for the Syrian people.
That's the whole journey.
There will be many hoping they get the opportunity. Nina Nanab, News at 10.